everyone, my name is Nataliia Shevchenko and I'm from Ukraine. Now I live in Edmonton, Canada, and today I will show you how to bake Ukrainian honey cake from scratch. Here you can see two different decorations. So the first one will be a classic Ukrainian honey cake with some berries on top, and the second one I decided to show you how to make buttercream flowers. Like you can see Ukrainian colors, Українські червоні маки, and this cake was covered with chocolate ganache. So let's bake. Okay guys, so we already coated our honey cake with some cookie crumbs, but I decided to show you one more way how to decorate this honey cake, and you can use this method to decorate all kind of cakes, chocolate, vanilla cake, anything. But because I baked one more honey cake yesterday and it was sitting in my fridge for night, I have it already set and ready for decoration. So that's what I was telling you about making the cake smooth and perfect. That's what I was using, cake cream. So for now I'm not using cookie crumbs, I just want to use chocolate ganache. So we just need chocolate and cream or butter. For my ganache I'm using butter because I want to just make this cake just like this frosting more stiff. So it will be good for covering the cake with fondant, or you can even cover the cake with buttercream on top with cream cheese frosting, and it will be pretty strong to take it somewhere if you will drive somewhere for a few hours, or if you will just want to leave it in the counter for a few hours. It will be still stiff because underneath that cream, underneath that frosting will be chocolate ganache, which will keep the cake in the shape. So let's start. First we will put the 200 grams of chocolate in a microwave. You can use milk chocolate, you can use dark chocolate. I like to use dark chocolate for my ganache, it's more strong, but doesn't matter. If you like to use milk chocolate because it's more sweet, that's your preference. So here I have my chocolate and butter together. Now when the chocolate is melted, it's hot, but you can add your butter. It can be a little bit soft, not too soft, but a little bit soft, so it will melt in your chocolate a little bit. Sometimes it's too liquidy, but in my case I added butter a little bit, just a little bit soft, so it's not too runny, and it's perfect for me because I want to beat this ganache and it will be more look like frosting. So I will just use a bigger bowl and a hand mixer. It will be a little bit noisy. As you can see, the ganache became more fluffy, but it's not fluffy enough to cover the cake. And also it changed the color. Now it's light brown. But also, as you know, the cake was in the fridge for like overnight, so it's pretty cold. The ganache will set right away on the cake. So make sure you don't overbeat your ganache as well. Here, this is enough for me right now. Now we just put away this. Now we have to take out the cake. You can see naked honey cake. I use this acetate for just making my life easier as well. You can throw it in the garbage right away. Some people wash it, but if you really need it, you can wash it. So now you can see naked honey cake without frosting on top. But we can add frosting. It's just different frosting this time. Here, chocolate. And I like to use my smoother. You can also use just regular spatula, offset spatula. Here, I will use this one as well. So first, we will just cover the cake on top and use this spatula. So for now it's done. We will just put it in the fridge until we are ready to decorate this cake with more frosting or just cover with fondant. Or you can also make chocolate drips, and then on top you can use your any blueberries, raspberries, any berries or fruits. So for now we finish with this method, and the next one will be even more fun. So because I made Ukrainian honey cake, I decided to make this cake with Ukrainian flowers. So in addition, we will make buttercream flowers look like poppy flowers. And I would call them маки, червоні маки. Отож, ми вже зробили медівник, а зараз я хочу його зробити більш схожим на український, просто додавши українського декору. Зараз ми приготуємо квіти із масляного крему. Це будуть червоні маки, також ми додамо трішки інших кольорів. Отож, давайте почнемо. So, first of all, we will make buttercream frosting. I like to use Swiss marine buttercream for buttercream flowers as it's more stable. Okay, let's start with egg whites. Make sure you don't get any egg yolks or eggshell in your egg whites. And if you do it for the first time, I would recommend you to use special bowl to separate your eggs. Like you will separate one egg yolk from egg white and put it in the big bowl. And then the next one the same. So in case you will break your egg yolk in your big bowl, you will ruin all those egg whites. And you have to start all over again. But I will take the risk. Because I do it very often. I hope I won't do any mistake. Here. So we're using 4 egg whites and 1 cup of sugar. Just mix it together. Take your whisk. So the water is starting boiling. Now you just have to be very careful. Don't make scrambled eggs, I would say. You don't cook your eggs, you just bring it to the right temperature, or just wait until all your sugar will melt. Like if you don't have thermometer, I have this thermometer and it's really helpful. So the temperature has to be about 65 degrees Celsius. But if you don't have this, you will just feel with your fingers. If you don't feel any sugar, everything is dissolved, then it's ready. So here you just have to whisk it all the time, just to make sure it's not cooked. And because it's only 4 egg whites, it happens fast. If you will use double batch, like it will be 8 egg whites or even 6 egg whites, it will take longer. Here you just need few minutes. I would already check the temperature. Yeah, it's ready. Now we just turn off the oven. We won't need this anymore, but we will need the mixer. Because I have this stand mixer, why wouldn't I use it? But you can use hand mixer as well, no problem. So what I will do, I will just put it in a bigger bowl. And start whisking. For now we just need to mix it until it's fluffy and the temperature will be cooler. Like we have to mix it with butter, so the temperature has to be close to the butter temperature. So this is the butter we will use. It's room temperature, it's pretty soft. So we will whisk the whites until they will get cooler. So it was whisking for a while because it's really hot in the kitchen. We were baking cakes and everything. It took more time to cool it down a little bit, but as you can see, it's pretty stiff. Here, that's what you want to have as a meringue. If you don't make buttercream flowers, you can just use this meringue to frost your cake, or you can use this meringue for your lemon pie and just torch it on top, wherever. This is just perfect recipe for this. But we will mix it with butter. So it's not hot anymore. We are ready to add soft butter, but don't add all your butter right away. We just need to add like small pieces, so it will incorporate slowly. Just remember, somewhere in the middle you want to stop your mixer and scrape your bowl really nice. Now we can continue. It is already beautiful, but I just want to scrape this bowl one more time. whisk for about 1 more minute. So the buttercream is beautiful already, but one more thing, you want to add some flavoring. You can add any flavor. You can add vanilla, strawberry, raspberry, anything. Now, like I have lemon flavored pure vanilla extract. We just want to add, like, I don't know, it's really strong, so it will be about half a teaspoon. I will just use this cup, so it will be pretty strong. And just fold it. Beautiful. So what do we do next? As you can see, buttercream is silky and fluffy. You can frost your cake with this buttercream. If you want, you can add any flavors, like I said, or if you want, you can add some melted chocolate. It will be chocolate flavor. But we want to make flowers, and flowers usually are colorful. So what do? We are just taking these colors. I like to use Wilton food coloring. You can use anything you have. These are the best for buttercream frosting for me. That's what I have. And I would recommend you to use gloves for this purpose, because it gets messy. You will have beautiful nails with all kind of colors. Now, what do? We want to divide buttercream. As we are making poppy flowers, маки, червоні маки. So first of all, we will need a red color. Then flowers usually have leaves and they're green color. We will have green color. We also want to add more colors, so we will make some blue flowers and maybe some white flowers with yellow center. So we will need yellow color as well. So, the big one. First, we will use spatulas for adding the color. If you want to make really like red color, you will need a lot of a lot of food coloring. So first of all, just add a little bit and try if it works. For each color, I would use different spoon or small spatula. Just depends what you have. As you can see, we added like half a teaspoon of our food coloring, and it's not even close to that red. So I will add this one. Just a few drops. And it's still not enough. Now, as you can see, we are adding more and more color, so it's becoming more bright. And it will get brighter. I will just leave it for a while and mix another color. Here, let's make blue. Again, we don't need a lot, but we don't want to make like too dark. Maybe just add yeah. Okay, let's add one more handful. Here, I would love to make it more blue, like dark blue, but I guess I will leave it like this. It's already beautiful. Let's make yellow. More. I guess this will be enough. Oh yes, this is enough. Just beautiful yellow. Here, see, that's what I was talking about. That's why you need gloves here. Oh, if you want to be proud of yourself that you made cake or you made buttercream flowers for first time, you will have your hands colorful for a few days as a memory. That's okay. Okay. Now you will need green one for leaves. And put a lot right away. It's getting there. Sometimes you make a mess. It happens to everybody. You just don't know when it happens. Okay. That's enough. And I will also steal just a small amount of this green one and make black one. We will just need a little bit of black, not a lot, but still. So you can see you need more. Black color always needs a lot of dyeing. And I will show you one more trick without black frosting. If you don't want to make black frosting, you'll just use black color on top of the flowers. That's it. Okay, I will just have to clean the table, put all the frosting in the piping bags, and start making the flowers. Okay, all the colors are ready to go in the piping bags. So what I do here, I just use these piping bags, and to make it easy, because sometimes you want to make different flowers, you use these couplers, so then it will be easy for you to change the tips. I think this one will be more. You just put this little coupler inside your piping bag and cover. But for this one, we have to understand which one we will use, because sometimes you have these big tips, so I don't have coupler for that one. So this one will go to the piping bag, like straight to the piping bag. You just cut the hole, and that's it. This one will be for red color. And this one is number 125, Wilton tip. Here you can see, now we have beautiful red color, very smooth buttercream, which is not melting. It's really hot in the kitchen right now, but the buttercream is not melting. Okay, one more tip. That's what makes your life easier with piping bags. You just use tall glass and put your piping bag inside the glass and fill it with frosting. If you don't use a lot of frosting, you can just tie it knot. But if you do use a lot of frosting, you can just use some special clips or whatever. I will just do it after, when I will take my gloves off. Okay, for now we will leave it aside, and this one will be for green color. Let's use leaf tip. This one is number 352. Just put it on top and catch. Sure. And now I need more. Let's use this one. Just leave it aside. Next one. Oops. Which one we will use this time? Okay, let's do this. I'm ready for blue. Just want to show you one more trick. If you want to make some shades, you just take your color and add it on your piping bag. All right. Okay. We have to remember about white color as well. We didn't add any food coloring there, but we do have white color. Here you can add yellow. And black. I know it's a lot of work, but in the end we will get beautiful decoration. For black one, we will need just tip number 2 or number 1. Number 1 would be even better, but I didn't bring it with me, sorry. And white one. Mix it again to get rid of all the air bubbles. We just need smooth buttercream. And we don't need a lot, just for a few flowers. And that was the last one. Okay, for poppy flower I will just use this tip number 199. Okay, almost everything ready. We'll just add more paper towels. So for making buttercream flowers, I usually use this buttercream flower nail. It would helps you to make beautiful flowers, just controlling them. So let's start with the main one with red color. It will be poppy flower, червоні маки. And I will use this big one because it will make a bigger flower. So first of all, I will just attach a piece of pre-cutted parchment paper and starting to make this flower. So I'm starting from the bottom to make the first petal. And the second one here. Then we can use black color. Just you have to try it first to make these small stripes. And here you are, the middle one. Here you have cute flower. And try it again. Next one. Here I can show you how to make, like, have to start from the middle. You can start from the middle one, but it won't work the same way. So here you have to use more and more. And sometimes you can use the black color on top of the green. Just have to be very careful with these petals if you want to make them look like flower. That's how it looks. And then we can add later the middle part. First we will just make small ones, like really fast. 1, 2. These are easy to make and very fun to make as well. As you can see. Now we can, what do we do with the tips? If we want to make more colors, we just use the same tip. Actually, I thought I brought more piping tips, but I didn't, so we will use what we have. Here. White color. To make it come through, I just don't want to wash this one, but I just know that it can come out anyway, and it even can make the flower looks better by giving it that blue shade. So in this case we will make more blue, like 1 or 2 blue flowers, and then we will get white color.
Show the camera.
Here. See, as you can see, the colors are blending, and you're getting this funny blue and white flower, which I really like. now these cute flowers are almost ready to go to the fridge, or you can just put them in a freezer for maybe 10 minutes or so, so they will get stiff enough. And I will show you how to put them together on a cake later. Just add a little bit of color on the white one. Make sure everything is this one will be with black. Okay, now they're ready to go in the fridge for 5 or 10 minutes, depends. And then we will decorate the cake. Before I put my flowers on top of this cake, I will just make few touches. So in Ukrainian language, we call it pshenica, and English name is wheat. And I will just add this element as Ukrainian element. Done with this part, and next part will be flowers. Okay, now we have our flowers back and they're just frozen a little bit, so it's easy to put them on top of the cake. That was the point. Now what we just need a little bit more green color. I will just make these kind of leaves. And here you go. You can just put them on top. In this case, actually, I would just use a little bit more frosting so we can put the flower on top, and then we will add more leaves anyway. Here. So flower will stick. Then we will change the tip to number 352 and add more leaves here. That's what we do. Okay, I think as you can see, it's getting hot in the kitchen and my flowers are melting, but I don't want to use all of them anyway. It was just extra in case I will need them. So now you can see these Ukrainian flowers on top of honey cake covered with chocolate ganache. I hope you will like this decoration as well, and I hope you will like this taste as well. Thank you for joining me today. I had a lot of fun sharing this recipe with you. I hope this recipe will be one of your favorite like it is for me. Please follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook page, Nataliia Sweets, Nata Shevchenko, and you will see more recipes and more cakes like this. And let's cut this beauty and see what is inside. So for one more tip I will give you, for this kind of cake, if you want to have a beautiful cut, like beautiful slice of cake, you can just put your knife in hot water to make it hot. Then dry it with your paper towel and cut. You can feel how smooth and soft this cake is. Make it hot again. Dry it with paper towel and cut again. Here you can see. This is very soft cake. Now you can see inside. You can see all the layers. You can see frosting and all the biscuits separate.